catch-up video from my 2014 Project Life album of my son. This layout I'm working on week 18 and 19. I combined the 2 weeks because I pretty much only had photos of like one photo shoot I did of him and also the babies at Mother's Group. So I didn't have a lot of photos to work with from both weeks. I don't know why, it must have been a busy, frantic fortnight. So I decided to combine the 2 weeks onto one spread, which I did quite a few times throughout this book, and I'm totally okay with it in the end because, I mean, I was a new mum and it was just whatever worked, pretty much. So I went with yellow and blue for this spread. I'm not entirely sure why because my boy is wearing red and blue, but I just thought it worked well and I liked it. And I mean, I think I tend to scrapbook and project life, whatever my mood is at the time. Obviously, I was in a yellow and blue mood. I'm using these Prima stamps, which are like ink splodges, and I love them to bits, and I've been using them quite a lot. They stamp so well also, so they're really cool. So I've just repeated that 3 times over the spread, and I also have these Amy Tan thickers. Now I think these are from the Plus One collection, and I got them in a kit. So I had a full sheet of them, and I just had these left over, and I really wanted to use them up because they were driving me crazy. And so I thought they kind of were appropriate for Project Life because, I mean, this happened. I mean, of course it happened. It's like this happened. I'm documenting these 2 weeks. So I popped that on there and it fit perfectly on a 4x6 card. I had planned for this yellow card to be my title card, but when I realised I wanted to use these this foam phrase, I realised that it wouldn't look good on the other 4x6 cards. So I popped it onto there, and now I'm just adhering that black chalkboard label, which I'm using as a base to put my title card, which I think I ended up not putting it there. Very technical terms I'm using. So I was just mucking around. I ended up putting the weekly title on the card at the bottom, which I think is also from the Amy Tan Plus One mini Project Life card set. It worked really well as a frame for the week title. So that worked well. I had to have a fair bit of space because I had to put week 18 and 19. So I popped that underneath. These stickers, I'm not sure what collection they're from, but they're like a vinyl-y rubber type texture. They're really odd, but they're nice to work with. Now I've picked out some yellow and blue embellishments and some neutrals, and I'm just working through to see what I can fit where. As you know, if you watch my videos, I tend to pick out embellishments before I start the video, just because otherwise we'd be here for hours. So I'm just doing it as I go. Now, I absolutely love my tiny attacher, so that's one of my most used tools in my Project Life. If I don't staple something down, I sew it down usually. So yeah, it's part of my style, I guess, and the way I scrapbook. So I'm just adding a cluster to the week 18 and 19 card just because I think I really like the title card to stand out because, I mean, it's like something I want to draw attention to because it documents what week these were taken on. I did a bit of typewritten journaling on that card where I just stuck that arrow, and my typewriter was really playing up. So my housemate fixed it, so all good, but it made a little error at the bottom there, so that arrow kind of covered that up. I also just stuck a die cut, and I really don't know which collection that was from, to that blue spotty card with some washi tape underneath it, just to create a filler card. Now these mystical stars I've had in my scrapbooking stash forever, and I finally got them out and I've just been using them up like a lot. So I Now I've got the distress stain. I find it really easy because I just colour them in with that. So yeah, I've been using those up and I'm just waiting for them to dry. So in the meantime, I've got a Heidi Swap stamp, which she released with her latest collections, and I popped that onto the hub with the journaling for the week. I'm also really trying to use up my rub-ons because I know how bad they get when they get a little bit old. So I've got these My Mind's Eye rub-ons, which I think were from the Jubilee collection, if I remember correctly. And so I'm just adding some rub-ons where I can. I think I have these in like black, silver and white and whatnot. So I've just been getting them out and I'm doing Project Life layouts and adding them where they're appropriate. I'm feeling really good about where I am at with this album. I've actually got part 1 finished, which was his first 6 months, and I just have to print his birth story and put it in a 12-page protector, and that album is finished. And part 2, the photos, on the weekend, I printed every single photo up until his 1, and I've got cards picked out for quite a few of those layouts. So you're going to see a lot of videos of me putting together this album. I'm really keen to finish it since I don't want him to be like 5 and I'm still working on his baby album, so I really want to finish it within the next 2 months. So that's my goal. So that means I've got to do 26 weeks of Project Life, pretty much, because I divided it in half. So there's the first 20. But the first album had a lot more pages for some of the weeks, like the first week in particular had like 6 spreads or something, because there were just so many photos. So I'm just frolicking about in my little bowl of embellishments and finding things that work. I love the little yellow bow, and I can't actually remember if it made it on this layout or not. Once again, doing voiceovers a bit late. I should learn my lesson. I'm trying to get some more process videos onto my YouTube channel because I've noticed that I've been on a little bit of a spending spree and probably boring you with my haul videos. So yeah, I do actually create, believe it or not, but I'm just really shocking at editing videos and getting time to do voiceovers, and also when I upload videos it tends to drain the internet and no one else in the house can use it at the time, so I can only upload when we're going to bed, and for some bizarre reason it's really annoying me, but the upload quite often stops overnight and I have to restart it again. It's just become a frustrating process. So that's why the bigger, larger videos, which are the process videos, I tend to take longer to get up on my channel, which I'm really sorry about, and it's something I'm going to work on because I really like sharing these process videos with you. I know that I love watching them as much as I love creating them. I've been on a bit of a YouTube spritz lately and watching a lot of ones. I love Sue's Fish's channel. If you watch that, I can link it below. I just joined her group on Facebook. It's super inspiring. She's very, very talented. Her scrapbook layouts are amazing and very textured. I wish I could scrapbook like her. So yeah, I'll link that below. But there's so many inspiring YouTubers. I mean, I've just learnt so much by watching YouTube. And it's something I can do, like, instead of reading a newspaper, I tend to sit down in the morning and watch YouTube with my cup of coffee. And it's just very relaxing for me. So I might even do a video with a collective list of my favourite YouTubers, maybe. Because I know that I love it when I find new YouTubers. So if you maybe don't follow the ones I follow, it might be resourceful. So if you see me tapping my fingers in the video, which I just noticed that I did, it tends to mean that I am not sure which direction I'm going in next. Like, usually it means like I'm not sure if I'm finished, or what more to add. I tend to be the person that doesn't know when to stop. So um, sometimes I feel like I have to add embellishments to every single card on the page, and that's not necessarily true. Like, you don't need to add um, embellishments to absolutely everything. So I sometimes have to take a step back and breathe because I get overwhelmed by products very quickly. So when I tap my fingers, it's usually me not knowing how much more to add. I always finish with word stickers usually because they're such a great addition to little clusters, and they're tiny. I love tiny embellishments. So enamel dots and word stickers, they're always the things I finish my spreads with. Pretty sure these little resin stars are from Freckle Fawn. I think. I've had them forever. I never keep things in their packets, so I forget where things are from. Clearly I did not know where to put that. Oh goodness. Well, come to think of it, like, it's funny when you create a spread, like, and it's not until you see it later on that you do things differently, but that's all fine. So now I'm going to show you a close-up of my favourite cards from the spread. I really hope you've enjoyed this process video, and I'm going to be sharing lots more of this album, so I hope you have been enjoying them. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!